Well, it's time for the Texas Bucket List Bite of the Week, and this week we are just east of El Paso in Fabens at a restaurant known for its big, beautiful surroundings. We're at Cattlemans Steakhouse. Way out on the outskirts of the West Texas town of El Paso is a desolate destination known as Fabens. There's not a whole lot to find in Fabens, but a unique canyon facade known as Indian Cliffs has made this place a destination. Well, that and this massive restaurant on a hill called Cattleman's.
We've got some of the best beef in the world, and it's just a great Texan experience.
Mark Gerzimich runs this restaurant started by his father Dieter in the mid-70s. This one-of-a-kind food find was an afterthought to the family's original business venture back then, horse riding through the West Texas desert. You see, Dieter is originally from Germany and moved the German Air Force School and its soldiers to Fort Bliss back in '66. And from then on, Deutschland was a distant memory. So your dad just wanted to be a cowboy when he came here?
Looks like it, yeah. Yes.
Dieter established the Indian Cliffs Ranch, a 57-square-mile piece of property. And all those years ago, a young man from Mexico named Joe used to paint around the place until he got a shot at taking the horses for a ride.
Anybody wants to come and help us on the weekend because, this guy didn't show up. And I loved horses from day one, and I raised my hand right away and said, hey, me.
Joe went from helping out to being the ranch foreman, and he's been working here since 1972. Did you ever imagine it would get to be this size?
No, not at all.
I think we have the best steaks in the country.
Benjamin Sanchez has been here a long time too. Since '86, he's been keeping up with the cooks at Cattleman's.
These guys take pride in their work, and they're proud to be a part of it. They're the guys who built this.
What is it with you guys, Joe, and you are working here for so long?
You know what? They take good care of us.
That's awesome.
It's a good place to work, so as long as I'm happy, I'll be here.
These guys just don't have quit in their vocabulary. They work hard, they do an amazing job, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. So these guys they're like family. They're like my uncles.
While these massive steaks bring in beef-eating Texans, there's another attraction here that's almost as popular. A zoo.
We've got an ostrich, buffalo, cattle, longhorn, goats, rams, and a rattlesnake pit.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Mm-hmm. It is lovely.
Are you the man in charge of the zoo too?
Yes.
That's part of your ranch?
Yes.
The zoo?
Yeah, I'm the one. Yeah, I guess to clean there where the snakes are and all of that.
Oh, you get to do that? What a great job!
Yeah, it takes a skill, to do that. You have to be real careful.
Who's easier to feed, the humans or the animals?
Oh, almost got me.
And if that's not enough to bring you out here, there's the movie history. Turns out there's been several Hollywood films made here, including the incredible Lone Wolf McQuade, starring the one and only Chuck Norris. Joe got to be in that movie.
I was riding, this horse that was kind of not quite broken, and I ran into the camera guy.
Oh, no! Well, before anybody runs into us, let's get a steak. That's a really big thing here.
We probably go through about 25,000 pounds a month.
So you're doing your part to help the beef industry.
Yes, we are.
We've been doing this for a long time, so I think we got this down pretty good.
Benjamin got things started on some blissful beef.
This is our ribeye, as you can see. It's got the marbling in the middle. That's what distinguishes it from a ribeye. It's a nice thick cut, maybe about 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches. Nice. We're gonna go ahead and season that. We'll season it pretty vigorously on both sides.
All right. This seasoning is one of their trade secrets.
We have 150 employees here, of which maybe 3 or 4 are the only ones that know this recipe.
All right.
We're gonna place this on the grill. This is an incline grill. It goes from about 450 to about 800 degrees. It allows us to cook from medium rares to well dones all at the same time.
Okay. Well, you have decades of experience, so I completely trust you.
Just by looking at them, I'll be able to tell.
While our steak sizzled, I couldn't help but notice how well seasoned the staff was.
These cooks have been here 10, 15 years. For me to get a cook trained will take me about 2 years.
Wow.
For him just to become average. Wow. Not good, but just average.
After a few minutes, a few flips, and a few licking lips, it was almost time.
You can't rush it. You'll just ruin it. Yep. You just gotta let the grill do what it's gonna do.
Oh, man. And finally, the reason we came all this way was ready to meet my mouth.
Perfect, ready to go.
I'm excited. Let's go eat some steak.
All right.
So, the moment of truth has come. The 15-ounce ribeye with a bonus lobster tail. Thank you, Ben. Very sweet of Ben to hook us up with that. And then we have the sides here at Cattleman's, the beans, which I'm told are amazing. And we also have the coleslaw and a 1 pound baked potato. So they call this the surf and turf and get rolled out of the restaurant. I believe that's a technical name. We will start with the bonus items. We'll dig into this 1 pound massive lobster, which cuts like a steak. Who knew you could have lobster? Way out in West Texas. That is magnificent. On to the steak.
Pardon me, lobster tail. And we're just gonna go right into the middle of it, into the heart of the ribeye. Here's the Texas cuisine in West Texas. So do you eat steak every day?
I try to.
That is meaty and magnificent.
The ribeye is the best steak.
Come for the animals and stay for the animals.
In my opinion, it's the best cut.
I must say, this is a very moving experience.
You get the full cowboy experience out here and a great steak to go with it.
Well, if you want to do something, you want to do it right. And that's exactly how the steak is prepared at Cattleman's. An incredible stop on the Texas bucket list.